Well, good afternoon. Welcome into the Stockyard, home of the Franklin Bulls, as we have an Auckland derby up against the Tuatara at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre here in Pukekohe. Welcome into the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes, and boy, do we have a derby with something riding on this as we approach the top six, and both teams are desperate to pick up a win for the Tuatara to book their place in the six, and for the Bulls to continue in their hopes that they can make the post-season. Good afternoon, Andrew Dewhurst with you alongside Kaysen Buckman. Welcome, Kaysen, to Pukekohe, and there's a real edge around this game, isn't there? Two teams, and we're expecting a really close game.
Absolutely, these teams are evenly matched, and it's going to be a great game.
So much on the line here, folks, and there is a good crowd in attendance as well. There's a real edge around the gym. The derby does that, but so too their positions on the ladder. As we have a look at the story coming into this one, the Tuatara have been stuck on 9 wins for a little while. They had such a good start to the season, and they have fallen into a little bit of a hole. And no coincidence, it was when Chris Johnson headed away back to the US. The Taranaki Airs have won this afternoon big time over the Nuggets, so they've got that magical 10 wins. The Tuatara need one of their remaining 2 games, but look at the Bulls sitting outside the 6, but they've got 4 games to play. We reckon 9 might get you there, but 10 certainly will, so this will be one that they are very much targeting this afternoon. So much excitement around that race for the 6. Let's look at the games coming up this week. The Nuggets, they've got to bounce back. They play the Sharks in the Southern Derby on Wednesday night. The Bulls, well, they take on the Airs, who are so impressive over the Nuggets. That one is back here in Pukekohe on Friday night, 7:30. And the Rams play the Sharks. Can the Sharks play spoilers? Because the Rams are still right in that race for the top 6. Real buzz around the stadium, as always. It's noisy here, always in the Stockyard. So the starting 5 for the Tuatara, and I can confirm that Nunag's not in that starting 5. They will start with Russo Nance, Braden Iuli, Silas Schneider, Rob Lowe and Nick Barrow. So they'll go with the 2 bigs, Lowe and Barrow, and look for the excitement, the teenager Russo Nance alongside the American Silas Schneider and young Braden Iuli in that guard line. Well, just a few moments earlier, I caught up with their head coach, Aaron Young. Aaron, it's almost sudden death basketball. Have you guys treated this one any differently in that sense?
We understand the moment. It's a huge game. No better team to play than the Bulls, and you know, it's been a good week. We've had a long, extended period of time to prepare for this game. I know the boys are pumped up, and we're ready to go.
In what is largely a young roster, how important is Siler being and his growing influence on and off the court?
He just has such a great maturity and presence within our group. I couldn't be, more pleased with the pickup of him as a player. His influence on the group, young, old. He definitely plays beyond his years, and for someone to come into this league with not a lot of experience and exposure to this side of the world and have an impact like he's had, I'm super proud of that, and I'm looking forward to him having a big night tonight.
Is this what you do it for, games like this? This what gets the temperature up and the excitement going?
Oh, absolutely. These are like I said, these are the games that we play for all season, and we understand that there's a playoff berth on the line for us, so no place rather we want to be, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, that man we spoke about, Silas Schneider, is right there in the huddle, and for a young player in the professional ranks, he is very much a leader in this team. He's 26 years of age, he's averaging 31 minutes a game, and they will need his improved efficiency. He's just got better and better as the season has gone on, so look for him to be a real leader for this Tuatara team this afternoon. Well, for the home side, the Bulls, they go pretty much predictable. Rosetto, Webster, Brook, Henry and Potts, of course, the scoring from Corey Webster. Look for Rosetto to provide that power inside. Brook can shoot the 3, so too Leon Henry, and of course Giddy Potts, the American guard. I caught up with their head coach, Morgan Maskell. Oh, Morgan, at home on a Sunday afternoon with everything on the line, is this what you're in the game for, these sorts of moments?
Yeah, we've earned the right to feel the pressure. Pressure is a privilege, and if we were down the other end of the table, we wouldn't have the right to feel this privilege right now. So we're embracing it. We've got to be in the moment tonight, do or die against our crosstown rivals, and it's going to be a great spectacle for the fans.
and you look for your leaders to step up. Tell me about Giddy Potts and his role and his influence on this group.
Giddy's been fantastic. He's been a defensive stalwart for us, matching up against the best guards on the opposition team, and we'll look for him to do that tonight. Really good character, came with amazing character reviews from his coaches and former teammates as well, so he's fit into the group perfectly, and hopefully some three-point shots in there as well for us.
What do the Bulls need to do well to win this one?
We need to first stop Rob Lowe. Catch and shoot three is a big threat in his rebounding ability, but primarily we need to keep their starting trio of young guards outside of the paint. Silas Schneider, Dante Russo-Nance, and Braden Aioli, very talented rim attackers going downhill. So if we can keep them out of the paint tonight and make their attempts a little difficult, it'll be a good night for us, but it'll be a good night for the Tuatara if those three get going at the rim.
Oh, you can see it, you can feel it. Both these coaches are up for this. There's Giddy Potts, and he's likely to be up against Silas Schneider a fair bit tonight. Can you believe it? Two Americans find their way to the Sal's NBL, and they are born 20 days apart. And that is a nice little look there. He is a beast. He is so strong. Defensively, he can lock anyone down. Giddy Potts, he's in the zone, listening to his sounds. What sort of noise is he going to bring to this game this afternoon? Head-to-head, very close between these two teams. And again, you mentioned it, Kason, the numbers tell the story that this should be very close. Nothing too much to speak of between the two.
Not much discrepancy at all, and I'm really looking forward to this. Both teams evenly matched.
So I know that both teams will be looking to improve their efficiency. They're renowned as teams that will take the three-point shot, but some of their percentages are down perhaps a little on where they'd like them to be. The referees for this one, Ryan Jones, Duran Few, and Mikey Graham. And there'll be some feeling in this. The Tuatara have the advantage from the first matchup, plus 12. They won that 88-76, and remember, if we have ties, head-to-head counts. But only if it's a tie between two. If we have multiple teams, more than three or more, then we go across multiple series. But the Tuatara do have the edge over the Bulls. Sal's NBL action underway, and Iuli, a little lucky to steal the tip, if you like. Rob Lowe sets the screen. Rossetto with a big job to do on Lowe with the fadeaway, no good. And rebound for Denon Brooks. So Corey Webster with a chance to bring the ball down the floor. Looking to get into their first offensive set here. Leon Henry. They are loaded with players that can shoot the three. Webster drives the lane, gets feet in the paint, scrambles, gets the rebound. Giddy Potts for three, no good. And the Tuatara, Russo-Nance threads the pass through. Rob Lowe, great vision from Russo-Nance.
Amazing pass, great look for the big man down the court.
Incredible to think that Dante Russo-Nance is still a teenager. I need to go and double check the date of birth. I'm pretty sure that he's still 17.
Doing pretty well being in this league, isn't he?
Oh, quite remarkable. Webster looking to get an open look at a three around a couple of screens. Henry, 1 second on the shot clock. Henry pulls up, it's good. Triple from Leon Henry. Good composure.
Great awareness of the shot clock as well.
Barrow for Schneider. Low. Rossetto had to get a hand up quickly. Iuli. And Giddy Potts with the long rebound. Neither of these teams, they do have the ability, as Potts drives, reverse. Rob Lowe was always going to be tough to finish around. They both have the ability to light it up from deep. And so Russo-Nance pulls up, that's well within his range.
Just looked like a really nice controlled shot. He looked so comfortable, right in his zone.
He is a scorer. Henry feeling it, not on that occasion.
I like the no hesitation, just take the shot right up.
Oh, rejected by Brook. Tuatara maintain possession. And they're just going to check with the score bench here because there's a reset on the shot clock and there shouldn't be. So what are they going to go to as we look at our GJ Gardner replay? And have another look here. It's a Brooke getting high to reject this one.
Incredible block.
Great athleticism. Schneider for Iuli. Low to the basket. Morgan Maskell talked about having to shut down Rob Lowe, and that's the sort of spacing they can't afford to give him in the paint.
Not at all, but that screen was set so well, and it was good for the passer to find him on the roll.
Henry, Webster, Schneider. All over him like the proverbial cheap suit that Corey doesn't wear, by the way. Leon Henry, in and out. Rossetto strong on the boards. Cutting to the basket, going up without the basketball, tipped away. Possession will stay with the Bulls. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
The Bulls are doing a great job going to the offensive boards. Not sitting back and letting the ball come to them. Being super aggressive.
Early change as Iuli has replaced Chris McIntosh on the floor. Rossetto. Handoff here for Webster, who shoots it over 2 hands. Henry battling for the board. McIntosh comes away. Brooke did well to get back on the hip of the guard. Rob Lowe is always hands up and ready to shoot the 3. McIntosh. Barrow from the elbow. Nice, good patient basketball.
I was watching Barrow warm up, and he loves that shot from the elbow. Good to see him knock it down.
2 hands on Webster, though. That's a cheap foul given, although I think Barrow had a feeling Corey might have been on his way to the basket there, so perhaps deciding I won't give him 2 cheap ones. Tipped away by Schneider. Rob Lowe went to sleep a little. Leon Henry had an open look, and the Tuatara got away with it.
They're going to have to be careful leaving him open. He looks like he's looking for that 3 without hesitation.
Barrow underneath, got Henry up, and then missed the easy layup. Well, Nick Barrow, and then Corey Webster's... Well, I thought he'd played that off Nick Barrow. What's the ruling here? Referee's overturned it, so it is going to be Bulls possession.
It was a smart heads-up play by Webster. Saw the defense on his hip, threw it right at him, went right out of bounds.
Barrow made the room though, didn't he? Got the spacing, got Henry in there, and then missed the layup off the glass. Webster cuts baseline. Too much on that one. Rousseau Nance. Anyone want the rebound? Schneider grabs it. Win here for the Tuatara. Will book them a place in the 6. For the Bulls, they can inch closer. Schneider from a long way downtown. Wow. Silas Schneider finding his range early.
Such a pretty looking shot as well. There's no doubt in his mind that was going in.
And that's the confidence he's developed. When he first arrived, he was struggling to impact the game scoring and was very focused on dishing them out. Leon Henry all alone, my goodness me. You cannot leave the men out there.
He will shoot the ball. They've got to get out on him.
Schneider tried to respond immediately, and Rob Lowe scrambles, can't keep it in. So Leon Henry is dominating proceedings for the Bulls with those 2 triples. Still, the Tuatara lead by 5. Corey Webster. Brooke can also catch and shoot. Right across both these rosters, they have that ability. Lowe looking for the run of McIntosh. Giddy Potts doing the hard work to get back. So powerful, Giddy Potts. Brooke, Barrow, good defensive position. Giddy Potts with the triple. It's raining trees in Pukekohe.
Such a good shot.
Turnover by the Tuatara, so this has been a really good absorbing of the initial pressure by the Bulls, and they've come back big time, and they are scoring in multiples of 3. But as we would expect in this, nothing in it so far. And Leon Henry stepping up, looking like he wants to take control like all good vets do in big games.
Yeah. His three-pointer's looking really nice, and if they don't get up and pressure him, he's going to let it fly.
And he has been letting them fly. He's got the 2 made buckets on 5 attempts, Leon Henry. Tenenbrook, 1 of 1. So these are all 3-pointers for the Bulls, all of their made baskets. Got the fans talking about it already. And, for the Tuatara, they have 1 of 3 from deep through Silas Schneider, but the concern perhaps for Morgan Maskell was a couple of those early looks for Barrow and Rob Lowe, getting 2 feet in the paint. They've got to do their work early, haven't they, and try and keep those bigs out of the paint.
Exactly.
Looks like Cale Robinson might be checking in here for the Bulls. Averages 16 minutes per game. He's going at just under 6 points per game, Robinson. And he's one of the best in the league in 3-point shooting percentage, albeit a small sample size. He's going at 57% from downtown. That's 12 of 21 on the season. So he too can hurt you from long range. Here is Robinson. Brook, pick and roll. Webster utilises the space, tipped away off the basket and eventually in. That may well have been BT. Jet Thompson it was, I'm sorry. He got up there, perhaps to be credited for that. Schneider. Rob Lowe from the corner. 3-ball on the way, no good. And kept in play superbly by Iuli. McIntosh. And that's what he's on the floor to do. Find his spots, make the threes. Can't do so. And Tuatara, after leading early, just got stuck on 11. Robinson. Tough finish. Off the iron, Rob Lowe comes away with it. Tuatara running. Schneider, a bit of work to get the separation. Offensive foul. Looked like he may have raised that lead arm. Here's a look at the bucket at the other end. Tipped away by Lowe. And Tenenbrook it was. Eventually I got there with who scored the bucket. It's always a giveaway though, isn't it? It's a case, and if you're the offensive player, if you lift that lead arm into another player, the referees are likely to call you, aren't they?
Yeah, any sort of extension, you're definitely going to get called for an offensive foul. If you can get away with it if you're subtle about it, but if it's obvious, there's no way you're going to get away with it.
McIntosh with the foul, reaching in on Corey Webster. So 14 on the shot clock. That was a no-look pass from Brook, and really Giddy Potts wasn't in the right position to take it. Low. No foul given, but Corey Webster might have had a piece of McIntosh. Robinson. Brook running downhill, stolen by Iuli. BT, the youngster. Does he go upstairs? Well, he would have. Giddy Potts was already up there and said, get back down there, fella, but foul is called.
I would not want to drive into that guy. No way.
He is strong. But so we see the steal here, the pass, and Giddy Potts, there's no way Beatty was making that basket. He'll have to earn them from the free throw line. Potts heads to the bench. And interesting, so too does Silas Schneider. So when one American import guard leaves the game, so too does the other. You might see that pattern throughout. Beatty no good with the first. Still stuck on this 11 points, and they're still there. Barrow can't get there. So Tuatara, someone's put the lid on the bucket for the moment. Webster. Exploring. Great pass, great patience. Rossetto, the big man with the big man finish.
That pressure on Webster is going to open up a lot of the players on the perimeter and down low.
So Nance, Fitzgerald on the floor for the Tuatara. Leon Henry with busy hands turned over. I can tell you that Young very close to calling timeout here. Turnovers, they've had missed looks at the bucket. They can't make free throws. I can tell you on the next to score, there will be a timeout called. And also Nance with the foul.
Kind of a cheap one there. He's trying to go for the little sneaky steal from behind, but got too much of his body on with his arm.
Yeah, the only upside here is it's called on the floor, so no shots for Webster. He's on the dribble. Corey Webster will be hassled, and there he is, and Beatty takes the basketball away, and that's one way to make sure it goes through the twine.
They're really making Webster work on offense. He's not getting any easy looks, and he's having to create a lot for his teammates.
Rossetto, and there's Iuli this time with the hands. So they're very active. Braden Iuli over Robinson. Robinson stayed strong. Kick it out for Russo Nance. Second chance, no good. So low scoring quarter started with a hiss and a roar. Webster. Barrow with the hard show. Rossetto kicks it out. Henry has already made a couple, make it three.
Shooters will always shoot. If he's open, if he's got any daylight, he's going to take it. I love to see it.
And when you have got a ball handler like Corey Webster, as you say, Jason, is Russo Nance a little off balance. Barrow with the board. Beatty puts his shoulder into Brook. Iuli, what a cut to the basket. He's fouled on the way. Great movement by Braden Iuli.
For the Tuatara, it's going to be important that they keep crashing the offensive boards because the shots aren't falling at the moment, but keep getting those second and third chances. Buckets will fall.
GJ Gardner replay. So Iuli goes to the line. Important final 42 seconds here for the Tuatara. And they've just gone cold, about as cold as it is outside this gym. Temperature dropping this afternoon.
It's a little bit chilly in the gym as well. Should have worn a sweater.
So Schneider will sub in for the shooter. So the Tuatara with Russo Nance, Schneider, Beatty, Barrow and Lowe on the floor. High screen set by Rossetto. Webster jumps into the paint. Brook. And again, that hand, it's risky, but he effects the steal that time. Russo Nance. Beatty. Schneider follows with the three, no good. And locks it up on the backboard. Game arrow goes the way of the Bulls. So shot clock will be off here. Chance for one final good look for the Bulls.
Russo Nance is doing a really good job putting the pressure on the point guard. Full court. It's really hard to do, bring the ball up the court when you've got defense on you the whole time.
Leon Henry. And eventually they will get it to Corey Webster, but he's dribbled that basketball back over the half court. Referee Ryan Jones right there in close attendance. So that's a cheap turnover and a chance now with 11 seconds for the Tuatara to just edge a little bit closer. So Jet Thompson and Chris Martin get out there. So Morgan Maskell putting a couple of the youngsters out on the floor and perhaps protecting his starters from a cheap foul or two here. Schneider drives. Barrow into the paint, makes the room. Nick Barrow, that's a great basket. And that's a prayer from a long way down the floor. Well, they started well, the Tuatara. They then got a little scratchy, but that bucket means they're just 3 down at the end of the first quarter. Well, welcome back everyone to the Stockyard, and it is close. It is a game of runs already. The Tuatara got out early, but on the back of some great 3-ball shooting from the Bulls. Leon Henry leading the way. He's got 3 already in the game. The Bulls extended, and I'll be a little annoyed, I think, at that turnover, a cheap turnover right at the end of the quarter. What have you seen? What do you like in the numbers, Casey Buckman?
I mean, I'm loving the confidence the Bulls are showing on the 3-point line. When they're getting the ball inside, bigs are taking it up, but also they're going to start getting shut down, so look for the in and out, and another 3-ball would be great. The Tuatara just needs to keep up their pressure. They're doing a really good job creating turnovers, just need to keep crashing the offensive boards, getting those second chance looks.
And the Tuatara just 7 of 18 from the field, so their efficiency dropped away, including 1 of 4 from the free throw line. You add that to the 7 of 18, and they are not making buckets like they should, but that will help. That is such a good looking shot. Wasn't dropping when he first arrived in New Zealand, but it is so efficient.
He's climatized now. He's ready to play. It's hard coming from the Midwest to New Zealand.
Not sure what you're saying about the Midwest, Casey. Corey Webster kicks it back out. Potts. Henry again. Is he on fire? No, that was the heat check. Rosetto with the board, puts it back.
Great offensive rebound there.
Schneider does go quickly down the floor. Barrow had position. The Bulls were very slow to rotate.
Just a good find by the big guy to the fellow big guy.
And it's back to a 1-point ball game. Potts kicks it out. Leon Henry. Potts, that is so good. He is so strong. And the pass is superb. Schneider almost got too far under the basket, couldn't make it. Webster, second in the league in assists at 7.3 a game, as well as second in the league in scoring, 27 a game. It's a pretty good combination. Potts, 3-ball on the way, giddy Potts. Timeout is called Tuatara, so just 1.5 minutes into the quarter. And Aaron Young does not like what he's seeing. And that lead has extended out to 6. And they are just shooting on sight, the Bulls, aren't they?
It's amazing. It's amazing to see. However, you don't want to live and die by the 3. You never know when you're going to get cold. So you got to keep moving the ball around. If you've got it, shoot it. If it's not falling, you've got to find something else. But it's falling now, so keep it up. Just
looking at the numbers so far. And the Bulls, I'm not sure the stats have updated just yet. I think 6 of 13 from long range. Now, if they can maintain that sort of efficiency, that obviously will be fantastic. But as you say, Kaysen, they're likely to drop into a little hole, aren't they? They're not going to continue to shoot the three at 40 to 50%, are they?
It's tough to do, but I would be amazed if they were able to do that. Leon Henry looks like he's going to try to break the record that Tiana Clark set the other day of 11 three-pointers made.
Wow, and what a performance that was.
It was incredible to see.
GJ Gardner-Tauihi really lighting that game alight, and just putting her name around the country too in all the news media. So yes, confirmation they are 6 of 13 from 3. Compare that with the Tuatara, who are 1 of 8. So in that stat alone, the 6-point deficit may not be that bad for the Tuatara.
Not at all.
Schneider. Just exploring little 2-on-2 basketball. They kick it out for Iuli, and he shoots from the corner. And it's a good make from Iuli. He is going at 40% from three-point range this season.
Did you say 40%?
40%.
Wow.
Rosetto, big man, puts the shoulder into Rob Lowe, who stayed strong, and there's a foul as the basketball comes back down. Rob Lowe is talking about a raised elbow towards the jaw. It's the foul called on him. You can see there, still remonstrating with the officials. Oh, that's too easy. Oh, that is a coach killer. I just turned to look at Aaron Young, and he was shaking his head. The baseline play under the basket, and Giddy Potts all alone. Russo Nance with the 3 ball at the front of the iron. Henry brings it down. Oh, gee, that was almost stolen by Iuli. And now they've got numbers. Schneider there to intercept. And foul is called. Leon Henry. Just stopping any momentum that Tuatara might have been gaining.
If I was Schneider, I would have just taken it right back up against Lowe. Try to get him a second foul. Little cheap foul. But he was looking to be unselfish.
So Nance had the mismatch momentarily. Rob Lowe has Potts on him, so he'll look to take advantage of that. Gets to the bucket, drops it in despite the attention of Rosetto. 3-point game. Oh, Webster. Whoa. And then backs into Russo Nance. Oh, that is class. Off the glass. Barrow. Lowe with a little pick and roll action. Gets to the bucket. Foul is called. Rob Lowe, maybe 8 times out of 10 he's going to pop, isn't he, and try and shoot that 3. So when he does roll to the bucket, it's sometimes a surprise.
When you've got a guy with a wingspan like that, when he's rolling to the basket, you just chuck it up and he's going to go get it. A few centimeters taller than the Bulls' big guy.
Free throw shooting for Rob Lowe, not at his usual deficiency. And that kind of makes my point. He's going at 59% this season. So I'm sure he'd love to just get up into the high 60s perhaps, if and when they make the playoffs. Brook, his space was shut down. Once the ball's out of Corey Webster's hands, the Tuatara are doing all they can to make sure it stays that way. Little fadeaway. Leon Henry off the front of the iron. Russo Nance into the paint, causing trouble, draws a foul. That's 2 quick ones on Brook.
Russo Nance is really impressive for, what is he, a 17-year-old? High basketball IQ. He's quick on the floor. His defense is great. He's got the total package.
Yeah, he has a quiet air of confidence about him as well, which is great to see in a young player. But it's even better to see in your point guard someone that's going to do a lot of the ball handling. Turned 17 on the 20th of January. So he's a long way off 18. So
wow.
I did want to go and just confirm that.
He's definitely handling himself well around all these veterans.
Potts and also Nance with the board. Rosetto and Russo Nance goes through the big tall timber there, but can't affect the finish. Martin now for the Bulls. Rosetto had got good position, but Barrow straight up in defense. Iuli, he loves to drive to the basket, and this is going to go against Giddy Potts, who looked a little bemused by it all. And timeout is called by the Bulls. They want to have a chat about it. Braden Iuli does get in the paint, does drive, and he asks questions of the officials. And Potts wasn't happy, but there was some contact.
Is that his second or third foul?
I think it'll be his second. He did sit very early. Brooke has a couple, and that'll be the second on Potts. But at this stage of the season, these rotations will go pretty shallow, and you don't want players in foul trouble at all, do you, early on? You want to be able to let them play with the freedom and play big minutes.
Especially when you're a guy that's got such a strong presence just in his physical build as well as on the court. It's not someone you want sitting on the bench.
Morgan Maskell spoke about it in the pre-game that Giddy Potts has a job to do defensively on any of the Tuatara guards that might be in his vicinity. And when you've got guards that are so active, Russo Nance, Iuli, Schneider, they're so active, aren't they, that it's always going to put pressure on Potts. If he does get into foul trouble beyond the two that he's got now, that's a huge issue, isn't it, for the Bulls?
It's a massive issue.
Can call on Jet Thompson for some minutes to back up, and they'll have to. I can tell you that with the two fouls, Potts is sitting. I'm not sure they realise it yet because the Bulls have got 4 on the floor. Have they?
No. Oh no, they've got 5.
They've got 5. I just, out of the corner of my eye, I did not see Martin out there. Low. It doesn't fall.
It was a great cut across the lane.
So Chris Martin on the floor with Henry, Robinson, Rosetto, and Corey Webster. Rob Lowe was 1 of 2 on his first visit, makes the first. Aaron Young and his coaching staff looking on. Very impressive young coach, as is Morgan Maskell, this Sal's NBL, as Schneider gets in front of Webster. A little pressure high up the floor. It's a number of young coaches, I think of Leighton Haddleton as well, taking over with the Sharks, with Rob Beveridge having been away. Some real coaching talent all turned over. That's cheap from Henry. And Schneider through to the bucket and a foul to boot. So the two Bulls vets combined for a moment they'd rather forget here.
You've got to love his intensity on both sides of the floor. He's pestering Webster enough that he's got to give the ball up to the big, who then tries to find him again, turns it over because of Schneider. He's locked in offensively and defensively.
And one no good, so they are leaving a few points at the Racine. But the Bulls with 5 team fouls, so every foul now, the Tuatara will go to the line, and there's 5 minutes left. Great defense, Russo Nance, but how strong is Martin? Rob Lowe steals it away, then the quarterback play for Schneider. Oh, this is showtime stuff from the Tuatara.
He's everywhere. He's so quick.
Martin was battling away in the paints. Robinson pulls up from the Racine. No good. And we're right in the midst now of a real swing for the Tuatara.
They need to keep this up. Keep up the pressure. Keep attacking.
Iuli, no good. Leon Henry. Webster finds some space. That's his spot. Corey Webster with the 3 ball. They needed that response, the Bulls. McIntosh kicks it out below. Russo Nance. Webster did enough to put him off the 3 ball. Henry with the board. They want to get in the paint, the Tuatara. Rosetto. Oh, goodness. Siler Schneider.
Oh.
What's the call here? Offensive foul, charge called. They're saying that Schneider had his feet planted and took the contact.
He's just involved in every single play.
Well, he certainly was there in plenty of time. Kaysen, I just wondered whether he had position. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
He looked like he was set.
And that replay not quite showing us where the feet were anywhere near or in the no charge zone. But anyway, it's been called an offensive foul. And very, very close ball game, just 1 point in it. We might have another look here with the GJ Gardner. He's outside the charge zone, isn't he?
Yep, he had his position.
Rosetto can't believe it. He's just had a chat with the officials, and fair play to Anzac Rosetto. He nods the head and accepts the word and heads to the bench. What's the change here? We're seeing momentum swings, we're seeing scoring runs. What's the change here? Is it just the energy levels of the guard line for the Tuatara that are making things happen?
Yeah, the pressure on the guards, it's not easy. It's tough work going from baseline to baseline, bringing the ball up the court on offense. With just constant pressure. And you saw when Webster had an ounce of light, no defense on him, he drained a 3. But he hasn't been able to find that because they've been up in his grill the whole time. And I think that's what they're going to have to do, keep him occupied, put the pressure on the rest of the team.
Corey Webster, 2 of 6 so far, just 1 of 2 from long range. I mentioned early foul trouble with Brook and Potts for the Bulls, both picking up 2 personal fouls. For the Tuatara, they've stayed right away from the referees. Just 5 team fouls for them in the game so far. And nobody on the 1. Barrow on the trail. Rejected by Henry. Webster looking to run the play. Martin getting some minutes with Potts sitting. Webster looking to isolate, gets through, and the floater can't finish. Rob Lowe, look at them go again. They're off to the races, but Schneider with that patience, he'll explore. Rob Lowe on the trail with the 3 ball. The Bulls dodged a bullet there. Robinson. Henry with the screen. Now Brook comes up high. Webster says clear out of here. Step back. Henry with the 3 ball. He's made one from there. A couple though have come up short. Brook just catch and shoots. And rebound Beattie. Schneider. Potts having to sit for the Bulls is making a huge difference in this game. Maybe that's part of it as well, that when he's off the floor, opportunities open up. Russo Nance makes room. Robinson stayed in front of him though.
It was a good drive to the basket, just didn't fall.
Henry. Denham-Brook on the weak side, wasn't picked up.
It was a hard show, almost a double off the screen, and that opened up the shot down low.
Rob Lowe's just stepped out of bounds.
You can see Corey Webster, he's just gasping for breath right now.
Fans, young and old, have done a great job in the Franklin community out here at Pukekohe. As Russo Nance sits, he's a little angry. But Webster now for the Bulls. Pass deflected. Rosetto kicks it out. Robinson can shoot the 3. High arcing shot off the back of the iron this time. Schneider gets to his spot and shoots it over Leon Henry.
That dribble in pull-up is just pure. He's so controlled, so balanced, and confident.
Up to 11 points now, the American. Martin. Robinson. Schneider is denying Corey Webster. Robinson with the turnaround. Tough shot, gets the roll.
That's what these Bulls are going to need, the other players to step up if Corey Webster's denied.
Iuli working around that on ball with Rob Lowe. Schneider shakes Corey Webster from his hip. Iuli for the 3-ball, it's good. And again, it's Schneider driving, kicking it out.
He's in every single play, offensive and defensive.
Nothing in it, one possession ball game. Rossetto, Barrow can't affect the stop. Rossetto gets his own rebound, loses it. They kick it out, they've got time here. Shot clock down to 5. Webster creates space, as Corey Webster can do. The instruction from the bench, Aaron Young, look at him, top of picture, one shot. We've got about 3 seconds different, shot clock and game clock. All tied up here at the stockyard. Iuli gets into action, drives to the bucket, can't get the roll, they get a rebound. Still time on the clock, they miss another layup. 4 seconds, time here for Webster. Look out from almost half court, can't make it. And we'll go to the break tied up here at 39 apiece. There is nothing in this. It's the battle of the 09. And the Bulls and the Tuatara cannot be separated here in Pukekohe. So much to play for as we race towards the 6th in the Sal's NBL. Stay with us. When we come back, we will dissect this one by the numbers.
Latest this year, these two particular teams will take part in the National Summer Games. It's underway with over 1,500 athletes participating across 11 different sports. All different levels of skill and ability. It's not done on a trip, so it's all plus A, B, C, our local team in the red and black. Looks like the most popular sport out of the 1,500 athletes involved unanimously about that. Basketball. Amongst all the other sports, how about that today? Number 60, American. Oh, here we go. Great to play. Behind the weights, draws the foul. Last time these two teams battled it out in one of the Bullets, who's on the chocolates, and they make a 2-2 this time. Shining for number 9, going 2 out of the lead, foul line for a couple of inches.
Well, welcome back to the Pukekohe Pool and Leisure Centre here, the home courts of the Franklin Bulls, and up against the Auckland Tuatara, the battle of the 09, and it is all level at half-time. We've seen runs from both teams as we enjoy some Special Olympics of basketball. They do a great job in the community here, do the Franklin Bulls, and they're rewarded with the support of that community here in their home gym as they try and make the top 6. They have 4 games still to play, whilst the Tuatara a little bit more on a knife edge. They've got this and then a home game against the Saints. I'm sure they would rather not leave it to that game against the Saints to get themselves up to 10 wins. Andrew Dewhurst with you alongside Kason Buckman for this one, and I guarantee you I'm going to be there. The final 6, and that is hosted at Event Finder Stadium on the North Shore. Tickets on sale. Go to eventfinder.co.nz, so get your tickets this week. Eventfinder.co.nz for the final 6. Just who's going to be in there yet, we're not sure. We know the Giants are there, the Airs have booked their place. Can the Tuatara in their home gym? Finals basketball, always something to look forward to. As we have a look at the stats, Kason, and this is one of the big issues for the Bulls. Potts is going to feature here, but he's off the floor with 2 fouls. They've got to start playing him, don't they?
They really do. He can't afford to foul early in the second half.
Schneider has been efficient. Rob Lowe also with the 9 points. Leon Henry's 9 have all come from beyond the arc, so shooting 3 triples. On the rebounding counts, Rosetto and Brook for the Bulls, but otherwise it's the guards. Russo, Nance, Beatty, McIntosh, Schneider, they are grabbing boards. So the guards doing a great job in crashing. Corey Webster averages 7.3 per game, so no surprise there. The assist, Rob Lowe, is a passing big today. Also Nance also. A couple of blocks for Brook, 1 for Henry, 1 apiece I should say. And look at the busy hands here. They're getting in the passing lanes, but they're sneaky, aren't they?
They're so sneaky. Especially from behind. They're wrapping around behind if they get beat to the basket. So when you think you've got an open lane, pop right out the back.
So young and old. Young and old. What do you reckon? Listening to our commentary through those headphones?
Definitely.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. But regardless, the little ones are tuned into the Sal's NBL, just as all generations of basketball fans are. Proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. It's all tied up here at halftime. Stay with us when we come back. Second half action. Who is going to look to book a place in the 6?
Shout out to some of our local community partners here for this evening's match. Mighty Team Pukekohe, Cafe Bagel, Pukekohe Video Therapy, Climax Pukekohe, Jackman, Power Paints, Power Coat, Basketbol, Roofing Industries, Craftsman Painters, Engine Room Accountants, and Electrical, Monaco, Student Technology, Work Intake, and also MW Insurance. And in particular, shout out to our sponsors here, one of our main sponsors, Happy Valley Honey, as you'll see in the front row here, with a little tip bag if you haven't already scored. Thanks to Happy Valley Honey, currently our partners of the Environmental Bookers, a little goodie bag there.
on this one, as Blitz is a little frisky, I think. Wants to see the Bulls kick clear of the Tuatara. They do such a wonderful job here. So many teams around the Cells NBL engaging with their communities. We've seen full houses all season long watching the Giants go about their work in Nelson, and what a campaign they've had. Taranaki, the Airs, my goodness me. Not many people would have picked them to be near or at the top of the table, and yet their big win this afternoon over the Nuggets, and they've booked their spot in the top 6 on the back of 3 superb imports, but imports that are bringing the best out of the local talent. You kind of have an experience of that in terms of being one of those imports coming into a league, but it's about that gelling, isn't it, on any roster to get the combination, get the role players, get everyone understanding their jobs, yeah?
Yeah, you've got to build that chemistry. If you don't have it, it's really hard to get in a rhythm, both offensively and defensively. But if you're welcoming, like when I was welcoming, everybody came welcome me with open arms, so it was really easy to just blend in.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but you're not an import anymore, are you?
No, not. Actually, I got my residency a couple weeks ago.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the GJ Gardner Tauihi next season?
Hopefully. We'll see.
I'm really putting you on the spot here, aren't I? So,
hopefully.
You know, I mean, how good has that competition been?
I have loved every minute of it. I just wish there were more games in Auckland so I could go, but I'll have to settle for watching it on Sky.
Second half underway and Potts is involved early, but Russo Nance does the defensive work. Russo Nance gets to the bucket and the foul. Is that a third on Potts? Oh, this is disaster for the Bulls.
That is not what they wanted. I don't even know if it was a hard foul or not.
Well, really, once Russo Nance had got that separation, Potts just had no business being anywhere near it. He's not happy, talking with the officials. That is foul number 3 in the opening 23 seconds of the third quarter. And for the moment, Maskell leaves him on the floor.
You called it at the beginning. If they get him in foul trouble early, it's
turnover.
Not going to be good.
Russo Nance, look out, Potts is on him, and Potts just gets out of the way, and Denham Brooks says the ball's out of here. Oh, he did not give up on that play, Denham Brook. Giddy Potts had to.
He had no choice. He didn't want to pick up a 4th foul that quick.
Look for the Tuatara to see if they can play a little one-on-one against Potts. Iuli. Low. Schneider with the cut, turned over though. Pass was very difficult down at the ankles.
Not an easy catch at all when the ball's coming that low.
Webster. Schneider is in his grill like he has been all game. Hard show, Rob Lowe. Henry. Lowe gets back into the paint. Henry kicks it out. Brook from the corner. Rebound, Russo Nance. The energy of these Tuatara guards. Barrow from the regime makes it. Talk about role players. Nick Barrow is providing a perfect example of that here this afternoon. Henry from the corner, made 3 in the first half. And he's gone a little cold since.
The Tuatara are doing a really nice job rotating on defense.
Barrow for Lowe all alone. Henry was late with the closeout. And Lowe too much on it. Brook. Henry on the curl this time. Barrow had position. What's the call? And it's a blocking foul on Nick Barrow.
Great job by Henry, though. Shot's not falling from outside the 3, so he took it right in. Got the foul. Great job.
Yeah, that 3-point shooting percentage is slowly but surely dropping away. They're now 7 of 21, the Bulls. And early on they were going at sort of mid-40%. And dropping away now down at 33. So Henry from the regime. another one shooting the free throw from the Resine a little less efficiently than he might at 58% on the season. Rob Lowe from the corner, it's good! Nothing but net for the big tall black centre.
You don't want him to get hot.
Potts, oh, tapped away, Russo Nance almost losing it. Barrow, a little halfback pass. Schneider. Siler Schneider, 1 foot in the paint and then comes up well short with the fadeaway. Big stop for the Bulls after the turnover. Leon Henry. Potts. Just a little step back, made some room. Iuli, again the guards. They are rebounding like their place in the top 6 depends on it for the Tuatara.
Well, the Bulls only had one guy crashing the boards that time. They need a couple more. I know they're breaking back fast on offense, but they need a couple more offensive rebounders.
So Nance can't get the triple to drop. Schneider. A pretty easy call for the ref. Schneider saying Webster the arm on the way through, but it was that first couple of steps from Webster that gave him the ascendancy there. Webster gets to the elbow and then off the glass. Just has that shooter's ability to just hover in space and everything seems to slow down.
He's so talented. And if they're not bodying him, he's going to get those shots off.
Then they go to Lowe and offensive foul, so he's made some room in there, Rob Lowe, and done so illegally.
The Bulls have a little bit of momentum now. Let's hope they capitalize on that.
Second personal on Lowe. And their only other genuine big, Nick Barrow, also on 2, so that's okay with 6.5 to play in the third. Potts here in possession. He sits on 3 personal fouls. Webster. Denham took the contact and Rossetto puts it back. Back to a 1-possession game. Low up high. McIntosh from the corner, catch and shoot. Potts. Also Nance was sniffing around to tip one again. And Potts all the way and then tries to dish it off. And offensive foul, that's 4 on Potts. No, I take it back. It's called, I thought it was on Potts. Rossetto on the trail is called for the foul. Oh.
That was close.
Did I have you a little nervous
you
there
had,
as well?
I was like, no, he surely didn't do anything.
Schneider. Oh, he is so efficient. The room was created by Barrow and Schneider just drove the lane and an unguarded layup.
It's a little silent assassin. You wouldn't think he's as quick as he is, but he just moves around the court so well.
Webster, it's just been so often he has to look to assist and he does so. Great finish, albeit it was in a mismatch, but Rossetto was always too strong, too big for McIntosh.
Such a strong body. Every time he gets it in the paint, he needs to look to take it up. Try to get those bigs in foul trouble, especially Rob Lowe.
Vision as well from Webster.
Yeah.
And this is the adjustment that Corey Webster's making. When he's often double teamed and just completely shut down, he looks to his passing game. That's assist number 5 for Webster.
He just keeps his composure so well, especially when the bigs come up and double off that screen. He does so well to get out of it. Doesn't rush.
Schneider again, shut down that time. Barrow from the Resine. Oh, he's made that shot, and I think you spoke about it, Case, and you saw him in warm-ups. That's his spot, isn't it?
That's his sweet zone. He loves it. Thought for a second Schneider might lose the dribble, but he gathered the ball pretty well.
Webster for 3, always look good, right in line with that one, Corey Webster, sweet as. Turned over here, a little momentum in the crowd get into this. And just off-camera shot, Silas Schneider heads to the bench. I thought being subbed, but maybe he was aware of the timeout. It is an opportunity with 4:41 left in the third for both coaches now to have their say. But every time one team goes 4, 5, 6 clear, the other team finds a way to pull it back.
It's what you love to see. If you're going to come to the game, you don't want to see a blowout. You want to see the teams battle it out. Both teams are doing a really good job.
So Giddy Potts, I think Morgan Maskell's rolled the dice and just saying he's going to leave him out there. We've got a half-court shot here in the Sal's NBL. They have been made this season. Let's see how this young baller goes. Plenty of strength. Right up on the GJ Gardner home sign on the backboard. And they've got a consolation prize courtesy of Sal's and GJ Gardner Homes, but we have seen that shot made this season, and not just by these guys in playing uniforms. Some fans have had the chance to get out there and shoot for a little of their own glory. Corey Webster, 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal for Webster. And importantly, he's 2 of 4 from long range, and I think that's testament to the Tuatara, isn't it? They're just shutting down his shooting options.
They really are. They're doing a great job on the on-ball pressure.
Webster does step back, a little separation. It may have just been touched by Iuli.
Slightly off balance shot.
Outlet pass, oh that is superb. Rob Lowe running the lane. They can hurt you on the fast break like few other teams can. Giddy Potts had half an hour to think of that one. He said, all right, I'll make it.
In this game, you can't leave shooters open that long with that much space.
Russo Nance kicks it out. The Barrow just keeps it in. Rob Lowe catch and shoot. Potts got a hand up in front of him. Oh, Beatty crashing the boards. The Bulls went to sleep. Lowe, Russo Nance, baseline. Shot clock down to 4. 3, long way beyond the arc. Iuli, good D here. Oh, the hustle though from the Tuatara. Iuli on the reverse, spectacular. The Bulls have got to stop these second chance opportunities though for the Tuatara.
And that's what we talked about at the beginning. If these Tuatara keep crashing the boards, the shots are going to fall. They got second, third, fourth chance opportunity there, and they capitalized on it. Got to find a body on the defensive end. When the shot goes up, you've got to box out.
Young Bulls bench are up and engaged in this one. The Tuatara starting to up the ante, asking questions defensively. Just 2 points in it. Webster into the paint. And again, Russo Nance with the rebound. And he drives at Corey Webster, who locks him up. Does well, the veteran guard. And Henry comes down with the board. Every trip down the floor crucial. Leon Henry is now 3 of 11 from long range.
I'm not sure who that foul is going to be on.
It's on Beatty.
Oh yeah, he was kind of hugging him on the box out. Got to disguise it a little bit better. Put your butt into him. You can't go for the full bear hug.
To be fair, he was slightly mismatched, wasn't he?
Just a little bit.
And all he could.
I appreciate the effort.
One of the great aspects of the Sal's NBL is the young talent stepping up, and of course with the Tall Blacks away, and it shouldn't have been that case as Rossetto goes to the line. Of course, COVID delays. We've had this clash with the Asia Cup. Tall Blacks are away, both these teams missing players, and it does open the door for some of the younger players to step up and grab their chance.
Let's hope they make the most of it.
Which Rossetto does not do from the Rosine. So they are leaving points out there, the Bulls. And they are not going to the Rosine that often. They need to capitalise when they do. Iuli step back for 3. Well, that was on the way down, but the officials must have decided that was below the rim when Leon Henry got there and tipped that away.
Yeah, I thought that might have been some goaltending.
Webster, Russo Nance with a hand up. Webster says, I'll shoot it anyway. Oh my goodness. The veteran says to the young buck, can't guard me.
Any sort of daylight he gets, he's going to pull it.
Schneider, Iuli. This is a tense, entertaining, and at times high-level game of basketball. Schneider kicks it back out. Russo Nance, can he return the favour on Webster? He says, hey, vet, I'm coming through here on the next generation.
He is not backing down. I love it.
Tuatara lead it by 2. There's an offensive foul, illegal screen on Rossetto.
Potts is not enjoying these fouls being called on the Bulls.
TJ Gardner replay. We'll look at the Russo Nance triple. And they now have Rossetto on 3 fouls. So Potts and Rossetto for the Bulls. And Morgan Maskell having to go deeper into his rotations than he may have preferred. Russo Nance, Webster, great defense. Iuli on Brook. Has a speed advantage here. Does he look to try and get on his hip and go around him? Schneider, shot clock down to 2, just got to put up a prayer. Doesn't get the iron. Gets a little backboard only. 24-second violation, great D. Bulls, how big is this final minute of the third? Tuatara lead it by 2. Oh, Webster thought about it. Oh, another steal, Russo Nance. Henry gets it back again. Contact. Who's this going to go against?
Henry, definitely.
Well, they're both 15. They're both 15, so that didn't help us. And who's it gone against? I still don't know. Which way did they go with this? I think it's gone against Nick Barrow.
Really? I thought...
GJ Gardner replay. First, Webster lost it. Then Henry gets a hand in.
It looked a little bit even to me. They were both going for the ball.
Maybe a no call. Nick Barrow still chatting. He is a policeman, Kaysen, so...
Watch out.
I don't know. How far does he want to go with this?
Make sure you don't speed out of here. He might pull you over.
He has to head to the bench, though, and Leon Henry will head to the Resines. So
they did call it on him.
Yep. In a game that is as close as this, these calls become critical. And Leon Henry, after making those first 3 triples, they weren't all in a row. He did have a couple of misses. I think he was 3 of 5, but he's just gone cold. Makes the second.
I think it'll be huge for this Bulls offense if they can get him hot again. Whether it's driving into the lane and pulling up or taking it all the way, he's got to find a way to build up that confidence again.
Well, he won't stop shooting.
No, that's good.
All the experience in the world, he won't lose that confidence to shoot the ball. Beatty. Eventually with Schneider. Oh, Brook came out, had a look, and had to be called there. He just committed, didn't he? And as soon as Rob Lowe made sure the contact was seen, and that is now 3 on Denham Brook. So fouls are starting to become a factor. Both teams now in the penalty. Only 43 seconds left in the quarter. Rob Lowe drives past Henry, kicks it out. Beatty didn't fancy the 3 ball off the glass, doesn't go. Brook grabs the rebound.
That was a good take by Beatty to the basket. He had a nice soft touch, just didn't fall.
A little bit of difference here, shot clock and game clock. Corey Webster, a rare moment, gets ahead of Russo Nance. That would have been huge from Leon Henry. Webster can't get the board. Iuli, 10 seconds. Russo Nance, they've got it with the right guy. 7, 6. Oh, great pass, great cut, great basket. and a foul.
Great no-look pass. Great job by the young guy to finish.
Oh, that is breathtaking with 3 seconds left. Chance now for the and one from the Razine. As we have a look on the GJ Gardner replay. The free throw is good. And this is an absolute prayer. They've made it. What do the referees say? They are counting it. They are counting it. What a response. What a game. What an end to the quarter. 2 points in it. Auckland Tuatara lead the Bulls 61-59. Final quarter coming up. NBL proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Who wins this and why in the final quarter? Who has to do what to win this game?
I think the Tuatara just need to keep up the defensive pressure. Don't allow Corey Webster to have any sort of space on offense. And for the Bulls, I think keep getting the ball inside. If it's not going, kick it out.
Certainly the three-point shooting has gone cold. Leon Henry after the first quarter was 3 of 6. He's now 3 of 12. Schneider gets to one of his spots off the iron. Rebound Henry. And noticeable there, the Bulls were crashing the boards. It might well be another message that's been sent by Morgan Maskell. Giddy Potts maybe can play with a little more freedom. 3 fouls, 1 quarter to play. Webster for Brook with the 3 ball. Always looks short. Leon Henry got a hand in there. Does enough. It's off Rousseau Nance.
I think the Bulls need to find a way to drive to the hole. They've only shot 7 free throws. They're not shooting the best percentage, but keep driving to the basket.
Yeah, 3 of 7 for the Bulls, 8 of 13 for the Tuatara. Potts, 3 ball on the way. Giddy Potts just hasn't found a rhythm. Had to sit through so much of that first half. Rousseau Nance, low, trying to roll to the hoop, but got all tangled up against Rossetto. Great defense. And take Rossetto. Even better offense, Rob Lowe.
Just banked it from the corner. I don't know if he could do that shot on purpose, but he managed to pull it off.
Oh, and that one's thrown into the seats behind the court there by Leon Henry. Yeah, Nick Horvath, if you're watching, Nick, how's the physics on that? Can you bank one off the glass from behind the backboard?
I can't do it.
I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe there was a breeze in the gym.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, I felt like he was falling toward the baseline as well. I don't know how he did it.
It was brilliant by Lowe. Iuli from the corner, shooting the three, turned one down earlier, Beattie. Look at Schneider. He just has an ability to know where that rebound's going. Low for three, this will be huge. Doesn't make it. Henry keeps it in. Webster on Schneider, creates some space at the elbow, Corey Webster. And timeout is called, Aaron Young, timeout, as Corey Webster goes to work, creates his own space. The crowd love it, they're right on the edge of their seats. Why wouldn't you be?
He uses his body so well, but he's got to because they're all up on him.
TJ Gardner replay. Just drops the shoulder here, doesn't he?
Yep, boom. That's all he needs too. He doesn't need much space. Just give him a centimeter. He's going to knock that shot down.
Is completely enthralling. I don't know which way it goes. I think for me it's the foul situation could prove critical. If the Bulls lose one of their key players down the stretch, that could tip the balance. But you do sense that someone, a Lowe, a Schneider, a Webster, a Henry, someone is going to grab this game by the scruff of the neck.
Might come down to who can knock the most free throws down.
And both teams have had their challenges from the regime, not just tonight, but through the season. Lowe got into the paint. Strong finish through Rossetto. And maybe the foul count played a part there. Rossetto's on three.
But it's fourth quarter, you don't, you know, he's still got a lot of time, but there's still only 7 minutes left. You got to challenge him a little bit.
Webster gets to that same spot, this time too much on it. Iuli in the back of the Beattie rebound. They've had some great minutes, both teams, from young players. So Nance, Lowe again on Rossetto, kicks it out. Now Lowe gets into the paint. There's a whistle on the play. I'm not sure it's
I think it's on Potts.
Oh, it is.
It is on Potts.
Fourth personal for Giddy Potts.
Not sure what he was doing. Maybe just got in a tussle underneath.
Well, that's the one foul in the entire game he hasn't complained about.
Yeah.
So let's assume he did it.
Yeah. Safe bet.
So he sits. And that will be a case now of Morgan Maskell. How long does he leave Potts sitting? Oh, Schneider gets around Leon Henry. Can't make the high teardrop shot. Webster, Lowe tried to poke that away. Schneider with the foul, reaches in. And the referee's going to call that every time, Kaysen. I mean, Schneider's saying that Webster's lifting the arm, but if you're caught hand in the honey pot, you're going to get whistled, aren't you?
If you're initiating the contact, you've got to expect a little bit of retaliation. He's got to protect the ball. So I'm not surprised.
Oh, Rob Lowe, look out, folks, look out. Oh, just quiet, just quiet. Come on, Rob.
Just make sure it goes in.
Come on, Rob, with the build-up. Oh, and it's turned over.
This is not a good momentum switch.
Oh, wow. This is huge with 7 minutes to play. Rob Lowe with the steal, gently placed it in the hoop. Here we go, Rob. This is the most gentle slam dunk you'll see in your life. And then the turnover. They lead by 4, and now with another possession. Lowe goes to work again on Rossetto. Can't make it, but Rob Lowe looks to be the outlet for the Tuatara. They're going to the big tall black centre whenever they can. Off the foot. No need to reset. 16 on the shot clock.
Let's go, Leon. You got this, bro.
Leon's getting some encouragement from the fans behind us.
Webster, Robinson off the backboard, and Barrow tips it for Russo Nance. Separation now after a very close game could be crucial. Rob Lowe, oh, Rob Lowe's coming to play. Rob Lowe, whether it's in the paint or from outside.
The veteran is doing it all for his team in the fourth quarter.
Early leader of the season MVP points, and he might be adding a few more to that tally. Webster for three, doesn't go, it looked good. Suddenly, one of, if not the biggest lead, and that is another foul. It's on Brooke. Is that 4 on Denham Brooke? It is.
I just feel like the Bulls are getting some, you know, ticky-tack fouls, unnecessary fouls. If someone's driving at you like that, the last thing you want to do is reach in. Get your hands back, let him run into you, and that way you're not initiating the contact.
Well, especially when you're on 3.
Exactly.
They've got to be aware of that. But this is also, as a timeout is called here, this is also just the pace, the constant, incessant pace of the Tuatara. And who are they blaming? Eh? They're putting the blame on someone, but the Tuatara have just kind of been wearing the Bulls down, haven't they?
They really have been. On the fast break, they're getting down the court really fast, courtesy of Siler Schneider. And then on defense, they're just relentless, not giving them any space. But when they do, the Bulls are capitalizing on it.
So this is now with 6:11 to play. This is a significant lead. The Bulls' biggest lead was 6, and this is the biggest lead for the Tuatara, and therefore, by definition, the biggest lead in the game. The Bulls have had 8 points from turnovers, 28 points in the paint, second chance points, 12, fast break points, 5, bench points, 4. You know where I'm going with this. I'm going to give you the comparison. The Tuatara, 15 points from turnovers, 34 in the paint, second chance 5, fast break 14 to 5. So there's a 9-point differential there. Bench points 5.
Did you say on the fast break it was 15?
14
yeah.
to 5.
Well, they're getting all these steals, courtesy of this guy at the foul line. I know a lot of players wish they were as quick as he is, because when he gets beat, he swipes from behind, generates a steal.
And he's had 4 and makes both free throws. So the biggest lead of the game is extended. 11 now for the Tuatara. They won the first clash between these two by 12. A win would put the Tuatara in the 6. It would give them 10 wins. The Bulls will live to fight again as Henry tries to refine the mojo. Can't do so. And now the clock is the friend of the Tuatara. Do they take the foot off the gas a little, do you think? Start running the 24 down?
I don't think they will. I think they're going to keep attacking.
Barrow, the handoff. Russo Nance just outside the Razine. Barrow with the board. Barrow got the wrong side of Denham Brooke, and then they turned it over. I don't think Barrow realised that Brooke had no idea where he was.
No idea. I'd love to see the stats of the offensive rebounds, because I feel like the Tuatara are doing a really good job crashing the offensive boards.
I can help you there. They've got 10 offensive boards, but guess what? The Bulls have got 12. It's
Wow.
a little sneaky, isn't it? Offensive foul.
Another offensive foul.
Corey Webster's pushed off, and I think, judging by Corey's reaction, I think he knew that whistle was coming.
Was it Webster that fouled? Or was it the guy,
Who did they call
Rossetto?
it?
Rossetto.
Oh, you're right.
Because I think he pushed his hip out on the screen.
4th personal on Rossetto.
Just enough. But, I mean, he's seeing the pressure they're putting on Webster, and he's trying to do whatever it takes to get him open, because you want him to shoot the ball. But that little, especially now in crunch time, don't want to get those ticky-tack fouls.
So, personal fouls, 4 for Rossetto, 4 for Brooke, 4 for Potts.
Wow.
And they've got no choice here. Well, they've got to run with these guys. Rossetto takes a break for the moment, but Brooke and Potts are on the floor. We're starting to approach that stage of the game where they must get stops and they must get baskets. Schneider. Oh, well
wow.
picked off by Webster. Rob Lowe's taking a huge tumble here. And just the change of direction from Corey Webster caught his Tall Black teammate out there, and thankfully both are up and okay.
Webster's been holding his back and whinging a little bit. Been holding his back. I don't know if it's sore or what. After doing all this work up and down the court.
Well, he plays some minutes, Corey Webster. He leads the league 38 minutes a game.
I don't know if he's come out this game or not, has he?
4:51 to play. Corey has played 34-46.
So the whole game, pretty much.
Webster from the corner, and perhaps the energy levels are just draining a little. And you're right, as we see Corey Webster, just to keep an eye on him, folks. Jason Buckman's highlighted that as Schneider, all energy, all pace.
He's like the Energizer Bunny. He doesn't look tired. I've not seen him bent over once.
Potts. Brooke with the screen. They kick it out. Robinson, they need to make these now. Can't do so. They get another look at it. Potts. Oh, it's passed behind Brooke. McIntosh.
It was the right read. He was cutting. Just a little bit tough on the pass.
The Yuli for three. This would be a dagger if it had landed. Still time here for the Bulls.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock.
Henry backs in.
Oh.
Balancing act there. Potts drives into the paint. Potts met by Rob Lowe. Foul call. Giddy Potts with the heavy strapping and compressions on that right leg, and he's come up a little lame.
Probably glad a foul call went his way for once.
Well, he now has to make this from the Racine. The and one is vital. 3:42 to play. They can bring it back to 10, just one possession by possession. Get back into the game, and that's where Potts doesn't have any issues. He's top 10 in the league, 87% from the Racine.
Wow.
He's hurting though.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
Hurting the American.
He's gonna power through. Yeah.
Schneider. Rosetto with the show. Schneider kicks it out. Iuli, there is the dagger. He didn't quite land it 30 seconds ago, but he does there. What a triple from the corner.
Great penetration by Schneider. Drew the help, created an open shot in the corner.
Potts from the Racine. Battling for the rebound. Whistle on the play.
Oh no, that's Potts.
Giddy Potts is out of here. Giddy Potts is fouled out. I tell you, Anzac Rosetto was going to take that. He was walking, thinking it was on him. They've called it on Giddy Potts. 5th personal, and the American guard is out of the game. He doesn't want to leave, mind you.
Was he over the back, or did they just collide in the air? I don't know. I didn't see it. Is that a technical foul?
No, it's called on the floor.
Ref just pulled up a tee.
Aussie.
Teed the coach, I think.
So it's all unraveling here for the Franklin Bulls.
Somebody got a technical because Schneider's shooting with no players on the lane.
So the tech first. And we should then have free throws. The Tuatara in the bonus. So what was a close game, it seems, Jason, in the blink of an eye, is blown out here. The Tuatara have just been relentless.
All it takes is one play, and that foul and that technical is not what you want at this point in the game. I'd still like to see the foul because I didn't think it was that obvious.
Potts does leave the gym and heads to the dressing room.
So it was him that got the technical.
If he's told to get out of here, he was essentially already fouled out of the game, then gets a tech. Leon Henry still chatting with Ryan Jones. And Schneider makes all three from the Rosine, and this one you would think now is put to bed, and all the way through it's been so close. But the Tuatara, this is an impressive performance.
Someone's throwing a soda can on the floor down in the corner.
Well, I'm amazed the referees are not stopping this. It's right near Leon Henry now, and under the buckets Iuli comes away with possession, and they can get that can of drink off the floor. Schneider. I was about to say that for the Tuatara, they've struggled of late. So this will be a confidence-boosting win, and one that will, Schneider on the cut. Oh, doesn't make it. Everything about that was beautiful basketball apart from the finish. Stolen, Schneider. Does he go alone? He has support. Iuli, they messed it up in the process. Iuli goes off the glass, gets the finish. And timeout is called. Morgan Maskell wants to try and stop the bleeding, but I think this is too late. May well be the stockyard, but the Tuatara are dominant here now in this final quarter. Incredibly, this is blown out, 82-64, and they've possibly just run out of gas. They've been under some foul pressure, and they don't want anyone to have a look in the huddle. I'm not sure, Kaysen, that there's too much we can learn from this anyway. At this stage, it's consolation minutes as we see the replay, the GJ Gardner replay, and Iuli on the fast break off. Bulls have the Airs at home. We've just been busy finding all the info as the Bulls make a bucket. The Bulls have got the Airs at home on the 29th of July, and then they're on the road against the Sharks and the Nuggets, the Southern Road Derbies, or road trip, I should say, to finish their campaign. Russo Nance, Tuatara have done enough here, and they've been impressive. Schneider, that could cap it. Oh my goodness me, how good Silas Schneider.
He's been so pivotal for this Tuatara team, just creating, shooting, defensively getting stops, getting steals, and then another turnover.
Also Nance for Rob Lowe. I'm not sure that Lowe expected it or wanted it, but maybe Russo Nance might go and finish it himself. Webster, a consolation three, front of the iron. Still scrambling the Tuatara for the rebounds.
Oh, I was hoping for another soft dunk. Settled for the layup.
They've really blown the score out. Schneider, 30 seconds left to play. Russo Nance from the corner. That would just be rubbing it in. Leon Henry and Aaron Young says, let it play out. There is no need to. Oh, my goodness. Russo Nance just picks the pocket of Denham Brook. And Russo Nance turns and lets him know all about it. The youngster with all the confidence in the world.
Had you not told me he was 17, I would have thought he was at least 20. The guy plays with so much confidence for a 17-year-old, a fresh 17-year-old as well.
This has been a statement performance by the Tuatara, approaching the top 6. And this will give them 10 wins, and they will bounce this one out. What a performance, what a final quarter, 89-68. Just an amazing final quarter. 28-9 the final quarter. And we will look to try and hear from a couple of key players in this one as Kason Buckman heads off to get ready to have a chat with a couple of the players. Rob Lowe has been huge, literally and figuratively, his performance. We'll have a look at some of the numbers for you in a moment or two. As the handshakes. And this has been a dominant performance from the Tuatara in the Battle of the 09. Contemplates Dante Rousseau-Nance, 14.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals for the young man. Just incredible. Rob Lowe also influential, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists as we look at the key contributors. Corey Webster got 17. He was smothered though, wasn't he? Lowe, Schneider, Iuli, Russo, Nance. Look at that, 5 in double figures for the Tuatara.
That's what you want, especially when, you know, they're short-staffed for the game day. Have those players step up and make it count.
Rebounds, Henry was busy with 13, Brook 9. Brook and Rosetto and Potts got into foul trouble. Schneider with 8, the guards. Look at them, Russo, Nance, Beatty with 7 apiece. It was again evenly spread, the assist. Webster with 8, Schneider with 9. I mentioned so close to triple-double stats. Russo, Nance also, the blocks went the way of the Bulls, but the result did not. And the steals, 6 steals, Russo, Nance. So many of them were sneaky ones from behind, weren't they?
Yeah, I felt like most of them were from behind. You'd think he was getting beat to the lane, and then, whoop, out of nowhere, popped the ball out of the dribbler's hands.
16 steals for the Tuatara. That's got to please Aaron Young. 16 steals. That is incredible. Busy hands and getting into passing lanes. As we have a look at the games coming up this week, the Nuggets play the Sharks on Wednesday night. Nuggets certainly now in must-win territory. The Bulls, they need to get back on the horse up against the Airs back here in Pukekohe on Friday. And the Rams play the Sharks. The Rams right in that mix mid-table for a place in the top 6. And I can tell you that the Tuatara have booked their place at the big dance. It's at Event Finder Stadium. Tickets available from tomorrow. Get online, eventfinder.com.